Hello, welcome back. I am the Organizer Advisor here to help you enhance your happiness. We interact hundreds of times a day with the items in our home. Every time we open up a kitchen cabinet, we're interacting with that space, and we have a physical and emotional reaction to that space. If that reaction is negative, we tend to avoid, and then therefore we're not using the items that we have to enhance our lives. But if that interaction is positive, we're more likely to engage and be able to utilize, and it uplifts us, it enhances our happiness, our sense of well-being, and our overall sense of being connected to the life that we are creating. So today we're going to talk about one of those problem areas in our kitchens, which is our food storage container area. Now, oftentimes when we open this cabinet or storage space where we store these items, it is chaos. Everything is tumbled, the lids aren't together, we can't find the lid to match one of the food container, so we don't use it, so we end up throwing out those leftovers. We're not able to find the items that we need to prepare our lunches, and if we do food prep in advance, we're not able to find the containers in order to store the food preparation items. So today we're going to take a little bit of time and we're going to restore calm instead of chaos and clutter. Now, the first thing you want to do is decide which containers you're going to keep. If they are damaged beyond repair, they don't seal effectively, if they have really deep stains in them from like spaghetti or chili, you can try and clean them with a little bit of lemon juice and water and let it soak overnight. You can also use a little bit of vinegar and water and let it soak overnight. If they have strong odors, you can use a little baking soda and let that sit overnight. But if you've tried everything and it's just not going to be clean, you're probably not going to use it. So that might be an item I would consider recycling and purging. Next, you want to go through and make sure that you have a lid to every container that you have so that you are able to seal the food and use it effectively. So the next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a way to store a dedicated space in which to store all of these items. Now, you may want to do a little scavenger hunt in your kitchen and go through all of your cabinets and drawers and lunch boxes and refrigerator, freezer, microwave, and dishwasher, and make sure that you have all the lids and the containers that are housed in your kitchen. That way you can group them in one space and then create a dedicated space in your kitchen for just these kinds of items. Now, a lot of people use a cabinet, and you want to make sure that when you open that cabinet, it's inviting. You don't have that visceral negative reaction. You want to say, oh, this is pleasant, this is pleasing, and I can reach in and grab the exact item that I need quickly and efficiently. So next, we want to make sure that we have a way to store all of the lids and the containers together. I love these little food preparation containers because they're great for leftovers, but they're also for food prep. So if I make lunches in advance or snacks in advance, or I need to freeze heat and eat meals in my freezer for a busy week, then these little food preparation containers are excellent. However, without the tops, we're not going to be able to use them. If the tops are stored in a different location, it's way too much work to try and find them, so we tend to avoid preparing meals, we tend to avoid being proactive in meal prep, and then that really kind of eliminates that opportunity for us to be very engaged. So find a way, if you can, to store the containers and the lids together. Now, stacking them is a great way. I happen to have a ton of these little containers and their lids, and these little boogers, they create an enormous amount of chaos because there are lots of them and they're small and they tend to topple over, and then because they're so plentiful, they create a lot of visual chaos for me. So what I like to do is I get a 2-gallon zip top bag and I just store all of the little food storage containers in a zip top bag. This just makes it super easy to find them. They don't create a lot of visual clutter. They don't make it difficult for me to get to my other items. I do the same thing with condiment containers. I just keep the small containers and their lids in a zip top bag. Makes it super easy for me to find them, and they reduce a lot of the chaos by keeping them together in one bag so that they're not going to topple over, spread all over, make it difficult to stack items in, and have to move a lot of things in order to get to the items you need. You can also use some of the larger food storage items to house some of the smaller ones, and this just makes it much easier to stack. And if you keep the lids together, then it's a nice way to stack now we have a nice way to organize all of our food storage containers. They're all clean, they are inviting, that we're more likely to utilize them, and they don't take up as much cabinet space. So that's my happiness tip for today, to enhance your happiness, increase your frequency, elevate your energy, and give you an overall more positive sense of well-being. Please remember your health and beauty routine today. Take time for self-care. It's very important that we take time to nourish our soul and take care of our physical bodies, but also take time today for some hydration, possible meditation, visualize the life that you are creating, create some moments of stillness, do some deep breath work in order to enhance your sense of well-being. I am your organizer advisor, your life enhancement coach, wishing you happiness, health, and harmony in your home and in the beautiful life you are creating.